Hello friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. This is the Franchise Stars Baseball League Game of the Week, the final day of the regular season here in year one of the FSBL. It is Game 162, the California Angels hosting the Texas Rangers. The Angels with an opportunity to lock up the second wild card spot with a win. The Twins and the Orioles are a game behind them, also playing today. If the Angels lose and either one of those teams win, we will have a one-game playoff. If both of those teams win and the Angels lose, then we'll have two games to set us up to claim that final wild card spot. The Angels have won the first two games of this set, bouncing back after dropping 3 to the runaway leaders in the American League, the Oakland A's. The Angels got themselves into this position with a 9-game winning streak early in September. The calendar now in October, that means playoffs are looming. Trying to get the Angels there, Mike Witt 8-10, a 4.33 earned run average. They're about ready for first pitch here. Bump Wills stepping in for the Rangers. Wills 275 on the season. 38 stolen bases, has him 5th in the American League. First pitch from Witt. Wills squares to bunt, fouls it off, and we're underway here in Anaheim. Witt delivers. Misses with the fastball up high. So you can see the Angels 82-79, 28.5 games back in the division, and yet they play for a wild card spot today. Wills fouls that one off. Count goes to 1-2. Witt delivers. Breaking ball. Wills lines that one towards the gap. That's going to be extra bases. Going all the way to the wall. Dug out by Downing. Downing throws it in. Wills will hold at second. So it's a leadoff double for Bump Wills. His 44th double of the season. Speedy Wills, if he can find a gap, he can do some damage. Not out of the realm of possibility that Wills would try to steal third, so Witt will have to keep an eye on him as Elvis Andrus steps in. Andrus batting .252. Fastball from Witt misses up high. Witt looks in for the sign. Wills gets a decent lead. Andrus, line drive picked nicely. Smoked down to third. David Freese playing for the injured Sean Figgins with a nice play down there for the first out. You see the Rangers line up: Wills, Andrus, Beltre, Teixeira, Greer, and Epstein, Burrows, McDowell, and Sundberg. The lineup here for Texas. Here's Adrian Beltre. Beltre 315 on the season. Takes a breaking ball away from ball 1. 16 homers, 56 runs batted in. Beltre expected to develop into a more formidable offensive threat, power-wise, than that. But still 315, nothing to sneeze at. There's a shot out to right. Should be an easy play. Catch is made. Wills holds up. He's not going to try to tag. Cole Calhoun gets that ball in, and there are 2 away. Here's Mark Teixeira, 274, 28 homers, 65 runs batted in. The Rangers just have not scored many runs this year, and they haven't pitched great. Bad combination. First pitch in there for a strike. Witt deals to Teixeira. Fouls off the fastball. Witt's ahead of him 0-2. Here's a delivery. Oh, that looked good. Calls it inside. That certainly looked like a terrific pitch from Witt. Had Teixeira completely frozen. This is low with the fastball. Count goes to 2-2. Breaking ball, Teixeira fouls it off. Witt misses outside with the fastball. Rusty Greer waits on deck. Full count, 2 outs, top of the first. Wills at second for the Rangers. That one, jam shot, popped out, shallow left field. Shortstop out there and make the play. And it's put away. The side is retired. So the Rangers get a leadoff double from Bump Wills. Can't do anything with it. Bottom of the first. Angels coming up. Here's Yu Darvish. Darvish 9 and 12, 4.18 earned run average. This will be Darvish's 33rd start of the season. Up among league leaders in strikeouts with 186. Here's Adam Kennedy to lead things off for the Angels. 277 on the year for Kennedy. Darvish started off this season absolutely terribly, but has righted the ship since a bad, we'll call it a first 6 weeks. Kennedy skies one out to center. That ball was put away. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Kennedy, Velarde, and Trout. Trumbo, Leon Wagner, Brian Downing. Cole Calhoun, Mike Napoli, David Freese. The Angels lineup top to bottom. Again, Sean Figgins is out with an injury. It does not look as though he will be back should the Angels complete the win here today and make the postseason. It does not seem that Figgins will be back, at least not for the first round. Certainly not for the wild card game. Here's Randy Velarde, 272, 10 homers, 47 runs batted in. Here's the pitch, fastball. And there, count goes to 1-1. There's the pitch. Velarde fouls it off down the right-hand side. So 1-2 count. Again, the situation here, if the Angels win, they clinch the second wild card position. Slider from Darvish misses well out of the zone. 2-2 the count. The Twins and the Orioles are a game back of the Angels. Darvish fans Velarde there for the second out. First strikeout for Darvish. High cheddar away. Velarde swings and misses. So there is potential for as much as a 3-way tie here in the American League wild card race. The Yankees have locked up the first wild card position. As Mike Trout steps in. Trout batting .280, 40 homers, 95 runs batted in. Again, neither of these teams with particularly potent offenses. 40 homers to not get to 100 RBI is somewhat stunning. 0-1 pitch, misses inside. Darvish sets and delivers. Fastball misses up high. Count goes to 2-1. Darvish delivers again. Slider fouled off. Breaking ball, Trout taps it out to first. Tough play. Darvish gets over there to cover. Nicely done. That was not hit hard, but good job by Teixeira to get to it and get rid of it quickly as Darvish covers the speedy Trout getting down the line. But beaten by a step. We head to the top of the second. Rangers, Angels, scoreless. Leading off for Texas, here's Rusty Greer. Greer batting .280, 20 homers, 64 runs batted in. He will face Mike Witt to open up the second. Fouls off the first pitch. Changeup down and in. We're wrapping up the season on a hot streak. .382 in his last 10 games. Curveball in there for a strike. So Witt ahead of Greer 0-2. And the Angels have won the first 2 games of this series. They dropped 3 against Oakland as Greer hits this one out to left. Dunking in, that's going to fall in for a base hit. So Rusty Greer on with the leadoff single for Texas to start off the second inning. So this wild card race has been tight in the American League. The Angels dropped 3 to Oakland, as we mentioned. Should have put them in a really bad spot, but the Twins took 2 of 3 against the White Sox, which pretty much knocked the White Sox out of it, but then the Twins only got a split in the first 2 games of their series against the Detroit Tigers, bottom-feeding Tigers. So the Twins weren't really able to gain as much ground as they potentially could have. They could have really used, taking 2 games from Detroit certainly would have helped Minnesota, obviously. Here's Jeff Burrows. Burrows banged .221. 1 out, runner on first. Curveball in there for a strike. The Orioles dropped 2 of 3 in Boston and then dropped the first 2 against the Yankees. I should say split the first 2 against the Yankees. So nobody who was in the hunt was really able to take advantage of the fact that the Angels were swept by the A's. And now the Angels have bounced back, won the first 2 games here in Texas to somewhat mitigate that result a bit. 2-2 pitch. Burrows rips it right back up the middle. That's a base hit. Greer will hold at second as Trout fires it in. Hits Velarde for the cutoff. But 2 men on, first and second for the Rangers here with 1 out. Here's O.B. McDowell. McDowell banged .271. Curveball in the dirt, blocked by Napoli. Runners take off anyway, throw down to third, and he's gunned down. Not a great break by Greer. He thought that got further away from Napoli than it did. Napoli pounces on it, guns him down. Despite the wild pitch, good reaction there from Napoli. Base runner erased. Trailing runner moves up to second. So now there's 2 outs. Runner on second, 1-0 count to McDowell. Pulls this one down to first. Fielded by Trumbo, flips to Witt, and the side is retired. So the Rangers' threat cast aside, we head to the bottom of the second. Rangers and Angels still scoreless. Here's Mark Trumbo, 244, 29 homers, 78 runs batted in. For the big, burly first baseman. Eleven pitches for Darvish in the first inning. Fastball, cutter in there for a called strike. Fastball just low, count evens out at 1-1. There's the pitch, fastball swung on and missed. Fastball, cutter away, misses outside, count is 2-2 to Trumbo. Fastball rides inside, Trumbo pulls it foul. Darvish looks in, delivers, high fastball, Trumbo fouls it back. Delivery from Darvish. Another one fouled off. So Trumbo hanging tough here against Darvish. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Darvish delivers. Got him with the slider. Trumbo way out in front. He fans as he is wont to do. Second strikeout for Darvish, and there's one away here in the bottom of the second.
The designated hitter, Leon Wagner.
So that'll bring up the designated hitter, Leon Wagner. Wagner steps in, batting .259. Slider misses inside. 4 homers, 7 RBIs. Wagner has September 1st call up. Fastball swung on a miss. Count goes to 1-1. Both of these teams are going to have a tough battle in the years ahead. The A's are just so far and away the best team in this division. It's going to take a lot breaking right for the Rangers and the Angels to really try to make any kind of headway against Oakland anytime in the foreseeable future. 1-2 pitch here as Darvish faces Wagner. Fouled off. Count stays 1-2. Slider misses well inside. You know, the Rangers, when they started off this season, their top 2 pitchers, Gaylord Perry and Yu Darvish, is on the mound today, were both absolutely atrocious for the first 6 to 8 weeks of the season. Perry got his act together first, and then Darvish followed. But by that point, the Rangers were in a very bad way. They've been in look to next year mode for quite a while. They never really got in the wild card hunt even. Slider misses down low. Count goes full. Brian Downing waits on deck. Darvish delivers. Wagner fouls it off. So another long at bat. Darvish being made to work here. Another one fouled off. So Darvish has thrown 18 pitches to the first 2 hitters of the inning. That is now 10 pitches so far in this at bat to Wagner. He needed 8 to get Trumbo. High fastball goes up the ladder. Wagner swings and misses. Darvish finally bests him for the 3rd strikeout, but it took 11 pitches to do so. So Wagner is retired. That'll bring up Brian Downing. Angels left fielder, .295 on the season. Slider in there for a called strike. 20 homers, 58 runs batted in for Downing. Fastball in there, so Darvish is ahead of Downing. 0-2. Darvish gets the sign from Sundberg. Slider misses away. One and 2 the count. 22 pitches in the inning so far for Darvish. High fastball, Downing fouls it off. Darvish gets the sign. Downing pops it up. Teixeira is underneath it. Puts it away. And the side is retired. So the Angels make Darvish work. But in the end, no hits. We head to the top of the 3rd. We are still scoreless here in Anaheim. Stepping in to lead things off, Jim Sundberg, .273, 4 homers, 42 runs batted in for the Rangers catcher. So Witt prepares to start the 3rd. Sundberg first pitch swing, dunks one out in the right field for a base hit. So the leadoff man is on again for the Rangers.
Now batting, number 3.
Their 4th hit so far against Witt. Order rolls over. Here's Bump Wills. Wills led off the game with a double, but got stranded. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Fastball misses away. Count goes to 1-1. Witt takes a glance over to first. Delivers. Breaking ball shot the other way. That's going to be another hit for Wills. Sundberg holds at second, so the Rangers have the first 2-man on.
The batter, number 1.
Lashed the other way by Wills. Freese made a terrific play on a similar shot that was a little bit to his left earlier on in the game, but couldn't come up with this one. Downing cuts it off to hold it to a single. Here's Elvis Andrus. Andrus squares to bunt. Down to third. Good job by Freese. Goes to second for 1. They get the force out there. Runner moves up to third. Andrus, unsuccessful sacrifice attempt. While the runner, Sundberg, does move to third. Freese with the heads-up play there to get the out at second. Not a great bunt from Andrus. That'll bring up Adrian Beltre. Beltre 0 for 1. Curveball misses down low. Beltre flew out his first time up. He is 2 for 8 in this 3-game set. Another breaking ball. Chopper up the middle. Flipped to second for 1. On to first. Double play. 6-4-3. And Witt gets out of it again. Velarde flips it. Nice turn by Adam Kennedy, with Andrus bearing down on him. Rangers have 5 hits through the first 3, but nothing to show for it. We head to the bottom of the third. Rangers and Angels still scoreless. Here's Cole Calhoun, the Angels right fielder. 268, 7 homers, 24 runs batted in for Calhoun. First pitch from Darvish. Fastball in there for a called strike. Darvish gets the sign and delivers. Fly ball center field. Should be an easy play. Put away, and there's 1 down. Would be McDowell. Puts that one away. Here's Mike Napoli. Napoli 261, 17 homers, 62 runs batted in for him. Napoli pulls that one foul. Won the count. Darvish delivers. Napoli turns it, but way foul. So Darvish now ahead of Napoli 0-2. That one misses well out of the zone. Napoli doesn't chase. Darvish has been missed the mark with several of those sliders so far. Doesn't seem to have great feel for that pitch early on. Goes to the 2-seamer, rides inside, but it's called strike. Napoli goes down looking. 4th strikeout for Darvish, who is throwing well so far.
Number 23.
See the StatCast sequence there from Darvish. Here's David Freese. Freese batting 200. Again, Freese in the lineup with the injury to Sean Figgins. That slider misses just outside. No homers, 8 RBIs. Freese, another one of the September 1st call-ups here for the Angels. Here's the pitch. Tap down to third. Beltre charges. Takes his time, throws to first, gets Freese, and the side is retired. So we're a third of the way through. Here in Anaheim, nothing settled yet. A win in their in game for the Angels, but we're scoreless as we head to the top of the fourth. Rangers coming up. So Mike Witt has danced in and out of trouble so far. He's allowed 5 hits through the first 3. Nobody's come around to score as of yet. Stepping in, here's Mark Teixeira. First pitch, hit the other way, down the left field line, but slicing foul into the seats. Witt delivers. Change up, this is down low. That shot laced in the center. So for the 4th straight inning, the Rangers have the leadoff man on. That's the 6th hit against Mike Witt. Teixeira with a leadoff single to open things up here in the 4th. Witt just not missing enough bats to this point. Here's Rusty Greer. Greer singled his first time up. Shot. Teixeira was on the run there. That's a base hit in the right field. A hit and run works to perfection. Hit and run with Mark Teixeira, not fleet of foot. So the Rangers taking some chances here in this last game. That is 7 hits allowed through 3 innings from Mike Witt. No, he hasn't walked anybody. He hasn't struck anybody out either. So Witt just not missing bats as of yet. Here's Mike Epstein. Epstein 0 for 1. Curveball in there for a called strike. Frank Howard not in the lineup today for the Rangers, somewhat surprisingly. I don't believe Howard is hurt. Ground ball, short, 6, 4, 3, double play. Run does come in. So the Rangers do finally get one of the runners home. They've had an abundance of them, but the 6-4-3 Velarde to Kennedy on to Trumbo, second double play turned by the Angels. Well, at least clear the traffic on the bases. Curveball, kind of a hanger up high on the first pitch to Burrows, but it's a called strike. Burrows 1 for 1, singled his first time up. Witt delivers, changeup, misses down low. Witt in the lineup and delivers. Burrows skulls this one foul down the left field line. Breaking ball, that one is lashed. That one is fair down the left field line. Into the corner, Burrows around first, dug out by Downey. Here comes the throw into second. Good throw, but Burrows in there well ahead of it. And it's a 2-out double for Jeff Burrows, his 7th double of the season. Gives the Rangers another runner in scoring position. The 8th hit for the Rangers against Mike Witt here in the 4th. I should say, in the game with 2 outs here in the 4th. Not the 8th hit of the 4th. Here's O.B. McDowell. McDowell 0 for 1. Curveball misses inside. Fastball there, misses away. Count goes to 2-0. This is up high, 3-0. looks in. Burrows on second, 2 down. Change up in there for a called strike. Count goes to 3-1. Curveball. Tapper back to the mound. Witt has it. Throws to first. McDowell retired. And so is the side. But the Rangers finally get a run, as they've loaded the bases with runners so far in this one. 8 hits, 1 run in. Threw out 3.5. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Angels still looking for their first hit. Again, a win in their in situation for the Angels. They trail 1-0. Here's Adam Kennedy. Kennedy 0 for 1, flew out back in the first.
Adam Kennedy.
Darvish has been perfect thus far. Fastball misses inside. Kind of a check swing pop-up. Teixeira puts it away, and there's 1 down. So Darvish making life hard on the Angels thus far. They haven't even hit a ball hard. Here's Randy Velarde. Velarde struck out his first time up. Darvish has 4 of those so far. Breaking ball. High fly ball on the left. Velarde gets a good hold of this one. This is back. It's at the wall. That ball's out of here. So Randy Velarde ties it up, his 11th home run of the season, and the Angels' first hit of the game off Yu Darvish is a big fly to knot the game at 1 apiece. This Angels crowd has been looking for something to celebrate so far in this one. They finally get it as Velarde puts one just out of the reach of Rusty Greer out there in left field into the Rangers bullpen. And the Rangers and Angels are tied at 1 apiece. Here's Mike Trout. Trout 0 for 1. Fastball misses down and in. Darvish looks in. Fastball rides inside. Shot the other way. Cut off nicely by Wills. Throws to get Trout. Nice play there by Bump Wills at second for the second out.
Number 45.
So 2 down. That brings up Mark Trumbo. Trumbo struck out his first time up. Fly ball center field. Hit well, not well enough though. McDowell underneath it. Puts it away and the side is retired. But the Angels knotted up despite the stupid uniform glitch. Randy Velarde is 11th home run of the season. The first hit of the game for the Angels, but it's a big one. We head to the top of the 5th. Rangers and Angels tied at 1. Here's Jim Sundberg. Sundberg 1 for 1. Fastball misses down low. That fastball in there for a called strike. Witt has been in trouble, but he has avoided the big shot. Curveball there, yanked foul into the seats. Count goes to 1-2. Witt delivers high fastball. Sandberg puts it the other way. That's going to dunk in for a base hit. Calhoun grabs it. Sundberg will hold it first. With an opposite field single, the 9th hit so far for the Rangers. Dunker down the right field line. It's not that Witt has gotten scalded so far. He hasn't, although he's been hit moderately hard. But regardless, 9 hits is 9 hits. Here with nobody out in the top of the 5th. Here's Bump Wills. Wills has 2 of them. Single and a double so far for Wills. Shot in the hole. Fielded by Velarde. Goes to second for the force. Kennedy will hold that one. Not even going to attempt to try to double up the speedy bump Wills on that play. So one down. Here's Elvis Andrus. Andrus 0 for 2. Checking the out-of-town scoreboard. Reds and Cubs scoreless in the 5th. Dodgers, who have the first National League wild card locked up, they will host the winner of the Mets-Braves game 163. Beltre is retired there, and there's 2 away. White Sox up 2-0 on the Padres. Giants up 3-2 on the Diamondbacks in San Francisco. Curt Schilling and Tim Keefe, the pitching matchup there. So here's Adrian Beltre. Beltre 0 for 2 after Andrus was retired. Fastball, tap back to the mound. Witt makes the play, throws to first, and the side is retired. So we are midway here in California. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Wagner, Downing, and Calhoun due up for the Angels. Tied here with the Rangers at 1 apiece. Wagner 0 for 1. Struck out his first time up in an 11-pitch at bat. Pitch fastball misses outside, 1-0. The Angels were not even a thought in the wild card picture for a good while in this season. But early September, they ran off 9 straight victories to throw themselves back into the hunt. They've played well since that streak ended, too. The Orioles and Twins have stumbled a bit, and the Angels ended up slipping into this second wild card spot contention. The spot they can wrap up with a win here today. This is game 162, theoretically the end of the regular season. The National League showing us that is not the case, though, as the Mets and Braves will play game 163. Winner makes the second wild card, loser goes home. Tapper back to the mound, Darvish with the play. Throws to first, Wagner's retired, and there's 1 down. That matchup between the Mets and the Braves, of course, will be here on the channel. Jerry Koosman scheduled to start for the Mets. As Brian Downing steps in, Kid Nichols will get the start for the Braves. As we've said earlier in this broadcast, there is potential for a game 163 here in the American League as well for that second wild card position, although the Angels can render that useless with a win today. Downing lashes 1 foul. Pitch from Darvish, Downing. Shot down inside the third base bag. That's going to be a base hit. Downing not fleet of foot. Greer cuts it off quickly. Downing will settle for a single there. It's a 1-out base hit for the Angels left fielder. Their second hit of the game. Beltre was playing a bit further off the line than I would have thought he would play. Downing there. Beltre didn't really get to come anywhere as close to that ball. So here's Cole Calhoun. Calhoun 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Yanked foul. Runner on the move there. Again, hit and run. Curious call with Brian Downing on first. Downing not speedy. Fastball misses away. Count goes to 2-1. Even though the Angels have tied it, it's still a fairly subdued crowd at this point, and what basically is a playoff game for California here today. Fastball misses up high. It's 3-1. Mike Napoli waits on deck. The Royals up 4-1 on the Indians in the fifth. Indians heading to the playoffs, having won the American League Central. Alex Bregman has hit his 20th home run of the year at 2-run shot. Astros lead the Rays 2-0. Fly ball to left. Greer puts it away. Downing will retreat. The Montreal Expos up 3-0 on the Phillies in the fifth. Steven Strasburg on the mound for the Expos, who are heading to the postseason, having won the National League East. The Cardinals, heading to the playoffs, having won the National League Central, trail the Pirates 1-0 in the fifth. Willie Stargell has gone deep there for Pittsburgh. Marlins and Brewers mashing it out, 9-6 in the fifth. Robin Yount, pair of home runs in that game for the Brewers. Yount, a horrible first half of the season. But he has turned it on in the second half, produced more like you would expect Robin Yount to, and the Brewers will hope that is a good omen for them, heading into next year when they will also add the newly drafted Paul Molitor. Fastball misses up high. 1-1 the count. 2 outs, Downing on first. We are tied at 1 here in the bottom of the fifth. Mike Witt has bent frequently but not broken for the Angels. Yu Darvish has been excellent for the Rangers. Yet, despite their different paths to get here, we're still at a 1-1 tie. Darvish delivers, slider misses away. Again, he has not had great command of that pitch today. He is missed by a mile with an awful lot of those sliders. Fastball inside. Napoli down the left field line. Just foul. So Napoli turned that one around. Couldn't keep it fair, though. Count stays 2-2. That's the best slider that Darvish has thrown so far. Gets Napoli to flail at it for the strikeout to end the fifth. So Darvish snaps off a good one there. We'll head to the top of the sixth. Texas, California, still tied at 1. Stepping in, here's Mark Teixeira. Teixeira 1 for 2, single and a run scored.
Number 23.
Mike Witt comes out to start the sixth. He hasn't thrown many pitches either. He's given up 9 hits through 5 innings. He's only thrown 56 pitches. Texas has been very aggressive as Teixeira takes strike 1 on the corner. They've had hit into 2 double plays and had a runner thrown out trying to take third on a wild pitch. The count as Witt works to Teixeira. Curveball, Teixeira yanks it. Nice catch there by Kennedy. Out on the outfield grass for the first out. So that'll bring up Rusty Greer. Greer 2 for 2. He's got a pair of singles in this one. Breaking ball yanked into right for another hit. So Greer's 3rd hit of the day is the 10th for the Rangers. 1 out here in the 6th.
The batter, number 6.
So here's Mike Epstein. Epstein 0 for 2. Fastball misses off the plate. See if there's any bullpen action. They haven't shown a clip yet of any possible relievers going for the Angels. I mean, give Witt credit. He has grinded through here, but you're kind of tempting the fates, it feels like, leaving him in at this point. Epstein has grounded into 13 double plays this season. Witt is behind him, 2-0. Witt would love to get his 3rd double play here. Here's the pitch, fouled off. Shot out to left. Going back on it, Downing. Puts it away for out number 2. Rear retreat to first. And there are 2 away.
The right fielder, number 10. Burrow.
Here's Jeff Burrows. Burrows 2 for 2. Single and a double in this one. Witt, long and lanky right-hander. Looks in, deals. Curveball, snaps that one off. That's a nice pitch there. In there for a called strike. Another curveball, another one fouled off. 0-2 the count. Witt delivers. Another curveball slung on and missed. That one in the dirt. Big time. Throw off the bag. But a good job to get back from Trumbo. That was almost a disaster. Errant throw after the strikeout, but Trumbo able to get back to the base. Witt's first strikeout of the game ends the top of the 6th. Here's David Freese to lead off the bottom half. Freese 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up.
Number 23.
Darvish has been excellent for the Rangers so far. It'll be very interesting to see if Mike Witt comes out to start the 7th. I know it's a 1-1 game, and he hasn't thrown that many pitches, but he has now given up 10 hits. Swung on and missed. Darvish ahead of Freese 0-2. Fly ball, center field. McDowell ranges over. He's under it. Puts it away for out number 1.
The batter, number 2. Second baseman, Adam Kennedy.
So that'll bring up Adam Kennedy. Kennedy has flown out and popped out so far. Kennedy yanks this one to the right-hand side. That's into the gap. That's going to be extra bases. Kennedy around first. McDowell cuts it off. Kennedy is in at second with a 1-out double. His 29th double of the season. And the Angels have the lead run in scoring position. Kennedy turns and laces that one into the gap. Now the Angels will see if they can get that runner home. Here's Randy Velarde. Velarde 1 for 2. Homered his last time up for the lone California Angels run in this game. Curveball misses down and in. Darvish delivers. Velarde down the right field line. That's going to be extra bases, and the Angels are going to take the lead. Gets past Burrows out there in right, who kind of clumsily goes after that one. Velarde around second. He's going for third. Randy Velarde with an RBI triple brings home the second run of the game, and the Angels have the lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. So Velarde, who homered his last time up, goes the other way. Jeff Burrows, not a particularly good outfielder, to say the least. Takes a terrible approach to that ball. And now, here's Mike Trout. 1 out, runner on third. First pitch, fastball in there for a called strike. Again, Angels win this one. They win the second wild card spot. They would then go to face the Yankees in the one-game playoff. Slider misses away. Dick Bozeman, John Burkett throwing in the bullpen. 1-1 the count to Trout. 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Velarde on third. Pitch from Darvish. Ground ball to the right-hand side. That's going to bring Velarde home, though. Trout is retired, but it's an RBI ground out. and the Angels extend their lead to 3-1. Good job there by Trout just to make sure he got the run home. 2 away. Here's Mark Trumbo. Trumbo 0 for 2. Slider misses down and away. Darvish delivers, misses away again. Trumbo. Ooh. Trumbo gets rung up there. That is looking like a terrible call by the first base ump. That did not look like he came even close to going. But the count's 1-1. High fastball at the letters. That's a tough strike call there. So 2 tough calls against Mark Trumbo here. Trumbo fouls one off, cutter off the plate. Trumbo in defensive mode now. The pitch, fastball, another one fouled off. Darvish looks in, Sundberg sets low. This one hit well, out to right center, going back in the gap towards the wall. That ball's out of here. Home run, Mark Trumbo. That did not look like it had that kind of distance off the bat, but Trumbo puts it over the fence in right center. And the inning continues to roll for the Angels, who now have a 4-1 lead. Mark Trumbo, home run number 30. Darvish been working them away, and Trumbo goes with it. Looked like he hit it fairly well, but did not think that was going to leave the yard. Also leaving the yard, Yu Darvish, who has had it unravel for him here in the 6th. So now Darvish will check out the Angels with a 4-1 lead.
Your attention, please. Now,
Dick Bozeman will come in. Bozeman, this will be his 61st appearance. 5-12, a 5.30 earned run average. So the Angels, just like that, now have a 3-run lead and are 9 outs away from claiming a playoff spot. First pitch to Leon Wagner misses inside. Wagner is 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out. Bozeman delivers. Wagner ground ball to second. Wills has it. Throws to Teixeira, and the side is retired. But the Angels pick up 3. We head to the top of the 7th. As we said, Angels 9 outs away from a playoff berth. They lead the Rangers 4-1. Here's O to B McDowell. McDowell 0 for 2.
the center fielder, number 0.
Shot. Deep right field. McDowell. That ball's going back. And O to B McDowell jacks that one out of here. So the Rangers get one back. McDowell leads off the 7th with his 14th home run of the year. Mike Witt frustratedly stalks the mound. And euphoria has turned to at least a little bit of nerves here for this Angels crowd. McDowell's homer makes it 4-2. He unloaded on this one. Not where Witt wanted that at all. McDowell knew it as soon as he tagged it. Just over 400 feet down the right field line. So that'll bring up Jim Sundberg. Sundberg 2 for 2. Changeup misses away. Sundberg a pair of singles. Angels will be very happy if they can get Witt through this 7th. Should the Angels pull this off, as Brendan Donnelly and Dave LaRoche throw out in the bullpen, gotta believe that Andy Messersmith would get the start in the one-game playoff. assuming he is rested. Again, the wild card game is a better way to refer to that. The Mets and Braves are doing the one-game playoff from game 163. 2-2 the count here to Sunburn as he fouls that one off. Pitch from Witt. Down in the dirt, Sunburn chases it. Napoli blocks it. He'll have to throw to first to get him, but he does, and there's one away. Good job by Napoli to stay with it. Only the second strikeout for Witt. Here's Bump Wills. Wills 2 for 3. He singled and doubled in this one. Fastball misses off the outside corner. Weird game for Witt. Again, the Rangers in double digits with hits here in the top of the 7th, but Witt's only thrown 74 pitches. Rangers have been very aggressive going after him. Another fastball misses away. The count as Witt works to Wills with one out here in the top of the 7th. Fly ball to right. Wills puts a charge in this one, but Calhoun is there. Puts it away for out number 2.
Now batting, number 1.
So that'll bring up Elvis Andrus. Andrus 0 for 3. He's 4 for 8 in the first 2 games of this series. Takes the collar today as that continues. Ground out to second. Kennedy throws him out, and the side is retired. But McDowell's home run gets one back for the Rangers. We head to the bottom of the 7th. It's 7th inning stretch time here in California. Angels lead the Rangers 4-2, trying to lock up the playoff spot. So leading it off in the bottom of the 7th, Brian Downing. Downing 1 for 2, singled back in the 5th.
The left fielder, number 12.
Cold spell recently dropped Downing down below 300. I think he would need a couple more hits today to get himself back to that mark. Still a fine season for Downing, though. Breaking ball from Bozeman misses down low. Count is 2-0. If you are unfamiliar with the show, you will see that Bozeman's name there is DLC. When I created him, you can't name a player Dick in the game. They block it, and they won't let you upload it if there is that name in it. Actually, I don't think it will let you create it even just for offline play. Shot out into right. Snagged by Burrows for the first out.
The batter, number 56.
So like Dick Allen would have to be either worked around or call him Richie Allen, which some people did, but he's Dick Allen and everybody knows that. More phony protective silliness, but I digress. 1-0 the count here as that one misses down low to Cole Calhoun, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Hit hard to short, but right at Andrus. Throw over to first, and there's 2 down. So 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Mike Napoli. Napoli has been struck out twice. You see Dodgers. 20th home run for Dan Brothers. They're over the Rockies 6-0. White Sox over the Padres 2-0 in the 7th. Diamondbacks and Giants locked up at 4-4 in the 7th. Miguel Batista has hit his 15th for Arizona. Oh, 0-2 pitch from Bozeman to Napoli. Napoli yanks it foul. Breaking ball from Bozeman misses down low. Big bender there. Comes in below the knees. 1-2 pitch. Sinker misses down low. 2-2 the count. Hit well in the gap in right center. That's going to be extra bases. Napoli around first. He will cruise into second. McDowell gets it in. But Napoli is in with a double. Slid, but he didn't have to. His 29th double of the season. And the Angels have a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Napoli drove that one hard into the gap. So that'll bring up David Freese. Freese 0 for 2. Curveball misses outside. Roseman gives a glance at Napoli at second, not as though he's going anywhere. Fastball. Sinker misses away. 2-0. Another sinker. Misses 3-0. Adam Kennedy waits on deck. Freese looking to get on and roll this order over. That one in there for a called strike. Sinker just off the corner for ball 4, so Freese works out the walk. It's first and second now, with Adam Kennedy coming up. Kennedy 1 for 3, doubled earlier, has a run scored on the day. The Angels looking for an insurance run or more. Here in the bottom of the 7th, they lead at 4-2. Lash down to third, diving stop. Beltre knocks it down, but he's not going to have a play. Everybody's safe, and the bases are loaded for the Angels. Nice stop by Beltre to knock it down. But now with the bases loaded, here comes the star of the game for the Angels. Randy Velarde, 2 for 3. Solo home run and an RBI triple. Drove in the first 2 runs for the Angels in this one. And now he's got the bases stacked here in the 7th. Sinker misses down low. Here's the pitch. Fly ball down the right field line, slicing out of play. Count goes to 1-1. The Angels crowd getting into it here. They know things are close. 6 outs away from a playoff spot. Sinker in there for a called strike on the outside corner. Count is 1-2. Napoli on third, Freese on second. Ground ball, back up the middle. Andrews gets there, though, takes it to the bag for the force, and the side is retired. That ball almost had eyes and squeaked through the center, but a good job by Andrews to get the force. Side retired, bottom of the 7th, we head to the 8th. Angels 6 outs away from a postseason berth, lead the Rangers 4-2. Mike Witt's day is done. Here comes Brendan Donnelly. Donnelly 2-3, a 5.04 earned run average. This will be his 37th appearance of the year. So in steps Adrian Beltre. Beltre 0 for 3 on the day. He will face Donnelly to open up the 8th. Grounded out his last time up. Donnelly's first pitch laced into right field, but it hangs up. Calhoun comes on, puts it away for out number 1. So Beltre hit that one hard, but right at Calhoun, 1 man down. The Angels 5 outs away from a playoff spot. Here's Mark Teixeira. Teixeira 1 for 3 has a single and a run scored. Cutter in there for a called strike. Donnelly looks in, Napoli sets inside. Cutter misses the mark. It's 1-1. Almost 40,000 here in Anaheim. Shot the other way by Teixeira. That's going to be extra bases. That's going to the wall. Teixeira around first. He'll pull in at second. Downing gets it into the cutoff man, Velarde. Mark Teixeira with an opposite field double, his 30th double of the season. And now the Rangers will bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Rusty Greer, who is 3 for 3. Cutter from Donnelly misses outside. Gotta wonder if Francisco Rodriguez may be asked to come on and get more than a 3-out save. Here's the pitch. Greer, fly ball to left field. Downing moves to his left. He's camped out under it. Puts it away for out number 2. So now it's up to Mike Epstein to try to get Texas at least closer, if not tied. Epstein certainly has some pop. He's 0 for 3 on the day, though. Fastball in there for a called strike. Cutter inside. Epstein swings and misses. So Donnelly ahead of him, 0-2. Down low, 1-2. See the saves leaders in the American League scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Francisco Rodriguez, 3rd in the league in saves of 43. Change up, just misses. That's a good pitch from Donnelly. Epstein doesn't bite. 2-2 the count. Comes inside, misses with the fastball. So now the count is full. Jeff Burrows scheduled to be up next. He is in the on-deck circle. Again, Epstein is the tying run. Teixeira out on second after his double. Delivery from Donnelly. Ground ball down to first. Trumbo has it. Comes up with a room service hop. He takes it to the bag himself, and the side is retired. We head to the bottom of the 8th. The Angels 3 outs away from the postseason. Mike Trout will lead things off here against Dick Bozeman in the bottom of the 8th. Trout 0 for 3. Hits that sinker hard and long, but foul. Slider misses away. 1-1 the count. There's the pitch. One smashed foul. One and 2. Curveball misses away. 2-2. There's a shot to short. Andrews right there, though. Throws to first. Low throw. Teixeira digs it out, and there's one away. So Trout 0 for 4. If the Angels win, he won't care much. Here's Mark Trumbo. Trumbo 1 for 3. He had a solo shot in the 6th. Swing here. High fly ball on the left. It'll stay in the park, though. Greer underneath it. Two-handed grab. Puts it away for out number 2.
The batter, the designated hitter, Leon Wagner.
So that'll bring up Leon Wagner. Wagner 0 for 3. Grounded out back in the 6th. Bozeman delivers. Sinker misses down low. 1-0. There's the pitch. Misses inside. 2-0 the count. Wagner fouls that one back. 2-1 as Bozeman works to Wagner here. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Wagner serves this one out in the center. McDowell's not going to get there. He'll play it on the hop. And Leon Wagner has a 2-out single. So Wagner serves that one out into center. That'll bring up Brian Downing. Downing is 1 for 3. Sinker from Bozeman in for a called strike. Downing, powerful right-handed slugger. Ground ball to second. Wills flips it the short way to Andrews, and they get the force, and the side is retired. So we head to the top of the 9th. Angels lead the Rangers 4-2. A win here locks up the second wild card position, and the Angels will bring in Francisco Rodriguez. 46 saves on the year, 3-2 mark, a 2.91 ERA. He will face Jeff Burrows to lead things off. Burrows 2 for 3. First pitch, fastball on the corner, strike 1. Crowd here in Anaheim getting to its collective feet. Change up there. In for the strike, they say he went. Itchy trigger finger down there at first. He's punched out a couple guys or rung them up for strikes anyway. Times they didn't look like they went around. Change up there. Out in front of it, strike 3. Down goes Burrows, and there's one away. So good morning, good afternoon, good night from K-Rod. Fastball, curveball, changeup. He shows the whole assortment there. And down goes Burrows. Here's Oddibe McDowell. McDowell 1 for 3. He homered. Got Texas their second run to make it a 4-2 ball game. That was his 14th homer of the year. 1 for 3 on the day. Napoli sets the sign. Rodriguez deals. Fastball just low, 2-0. Here's the pitch. Shot. Picked nicely. Velarde over to first. 2 down. We're 1 out away here in Anaheim. McDowell hit that one well, but Velarde picked it clean. And now it's up to Jim Sundberg. Sundberg 2 for 3, pair of singles on the day. Francisco Rodriguez looks in, trying to send the Angels to the postseason. If he closes this one out, the Angels will play the wild card game against the Yankees in New York. Change up, got him way out in front, 1-1. Rodriguez fires and deals. Curveball misses away. 2-1 count. Sundberg can get on. Bump Wills will come up next as the order will turn over. Change up. Waits back on it but fouls it off. 2-2. 1 strike away. Rodriguez deals. Curveball in there, frozen, strike 3. Ball game is over and the Angels are going to the playoffs. The California Angels, in an unexpected surge in the final month, get themselves into the wild card position. Rodriguez closes it out, and with the win against the Rangers, the sweep here at home, the Angels lock up the second wild card spot, and the playoff pool in the Franchise Stars Baseball League for year 1 is now set. Randy Velarde, a huge day, a home run and an RBI triple. Mark Trumbo homered as well. Mike Witt, you saw in the dugout, Witt gets the win. Danced through trouble all day, but in the end allowed 2 runs over 7. Bent but didn't break. Huge clutch effort from Mike Witt. Wins his 9th of the year. Darvish loses his 13th for the Rangers. 47th save for Francisco Rodriguez. And that gets the job done. Your final line score, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Angels. 2 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Rangers. Would be McDowell homered for Texas. Velarde and Trumbo, as we mentioned, homered for the Angels. Get the big win despite the offer from Mike Trout. There you see Witt's line. 7 innings, 11 hits, but no walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 runs allowed. Darvish, 5 2/3, 5 hits, 4 runs allowed, 5 Ks. Darvish was brilliant through the first 5. Other than Velarde tagging him for that homer, but it unraveled for him in the 6th. And the California Angels will face the powerhouse Yankees in New York in the American League wildcard game. So that secures our postseason. You can see the American League bracket there. Angels and Yankees in the wildcard game. Winner will visit the Oakland A's. The Cleveland Indians will face the Boston Red Sox. The series will start at Fenway Park. In that matchup in the National League, still one open spot there. You can see that'll be decided in game 163, our next broadcast on the channel. The Mets and the Braves from Atlanta. The game will take place in Atlanta. Jerry Koosman for the Mets, Kid Nichols for the Braves. Winner of that faces the Dodgers in the wild card game. Whoever wins that will get the task of facing the San Francisco Giants starting at Candlestick Park. The other series, the surprising Montreal Expos, winners of the East, will go into St. Louis to visit the Cardinals, and that will complete the playoff field. So the next broadcast here on the channel will be the game 163 from Atlanta. I hope you will join us for that. I thank you as always for supporting the Legend Sports universe. Enjoy your day, enjoy your 4th. Be good to each other, and we'll talk soon.